We're in the FCT now, where traders at the Canopy Market in Wuse Zone 3 are counting their losses following the demolition of their shops by officials of the Abuja Development Control. While the market leaders claim that the exercise is illegal, officials of the agency insist they're obeying the laws protecting the city's master plan after due notice was served. The Abuja Development Control is an agency of the Federal Capital Territory responsible for the development of the FCT master plan.
Traders watching helplessly as the bulldozer moves in, demolishing these makeshift shops. Traders salvaging the little they can from the rubble. It's a temporary market that has been in existence for about 7 years with about 500 traders. Some traders recount their losses as they claim they had no prior notice of the demolition exercise.
I can see that nobody has been given any chance to move their things. For what you can see, it's obvious that everything has been scattered and our luggages, our livelihood has been destroyed by this singular action.
The market officials and their lawyer also claim that the demolition is illegal as they have a subsistent court order stopping the exercise.
On the 15th day of July 2016, the development control were in court, INEC were in court, every other parties, development control and the developer were in court. Court granted the order and they said, let the parties maintain status quo. Development control, don't demolish. Let me look into the matter.
Meanwhile, officials of the Abuja Development Control insist they are obeying the laws protecting the city's master plan after due notice was served.
At about 3 points in this year, sometimes in January, sometimes in March, sometimes in May, we've been there asking them to vacate. They refuse to vacate. Every piece of land in Abuja has a purpose. If the master plan should be protected, and if we are going to protect the master plan, definitely we have to ask them to be out of that place so that the rail project will go on.
There are a few other similar markets with temporary structures in the city center. Officials of the Abuja Development Control say such structures will have to be demolished for proper execution of the city's master plan.
Time to take you to Abuja now, where Gloria Umezoke has more on the news at 10. Hi, Gloria.
Hello, Amarachi. The factional chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Senator Alimodu Sheriff, is appealing to governors in the PDP to desist from making comments that will scuttle the ongoing reconciliation in the party. Senator Sheriff, who was represented by Mr. Cairo Ojukwu at a meeting in Abuja with party representatives from Delta State, added that the governors are critical members needed to speed up the peace process. Mr. Ojukwu was reacting to a comment credited to a serving governor of the party that all court cases should be exhausted before reconciliation.
Our teaming members all through the federation, and to reassure them that the statement by Fayose has no bearing whatsoever with the reconciliatory effort going on in the party, and the reconciliation continues, and both leaders are very, very determined to see that that reconciliation is achieved. Again, in party politics and party hierarchy, governors are members of the party, very, very serious members of the party. And it is only expedient and only necessary that when there is a problem, the governors should be part of the reconciliation effort, not fueling the amber of war. And that in spite of what the appeal court or the Supreme Court might say, peace is what is necessary. If we're able to achieve peace before the outcome of all these legal processes, we will choose the path of peace, which is what we are preaching, peace. And we want to appeal to Fayose to please key into the peace process that the two leaders are championing.
There is no going back on the rescheduled date of September 28, 2016, fixed by the Independent National Electoral Commission for the governorship election in Edo State. Well, that's according to the resident electoral commissioner in the state, Mr. Sam Olumekun. He gave this confirmation at a stakeholders meeting held at the National Orientation Agency headquarters in Benin City, the state capital.
The 2016 governorship election in Edo State is only days away. This meeting, involving representatives of the various political parties as well as security agencies, is to set the agenda for a smooth conduct of the September 28, 2016 polls. The resident electoral commissioner in Edo State, Sam Olumekun, is first to address the forum. He says recent changes to election formats in the country have been bringing in the right results.
In the forthcoming election, unlike in 2015 general elections, accreditation and voting shall take place simultaneously. There will be no more waiting to vote after accreditation. As of this morning, all the smart card readers have been refigured in readiness for the 20th September governorship election.
The issue of insecurity remains one of the biggest threats to having a peaceful election in Nigeria. The new Commissioner of Police in Edo State, Mr. Haliru Gwandu, expresses confidence in the security arrangements made for the Edo governorship election.
We have enough personnel deployed for the purpose of this election. And we have covered everywhere, including the airspace. We have the aircrafts. We have the gunboats, the marine police.
During an interactive session with the political parties, a barrage of questions was thrown in the direction of the electoral umpire, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
People who are neither indigenous nor residents, their names found its way into the register. The people of Edo State, the great people of Edo State are doubtful whether both the commission and the security agent will give us free, fair, and credible election.
Mr. Olumekun allays some of the concerns raised.
INEC fixed a date, and you were all there. We got to know that the elections were postponed right on that table. All of you are there. And yet you are blaming INEC for the postponement of the election. Is this fair?
Having seen one postponement already, INEC insists that the new September 28, 2016 date for the governorship election in Edo State will stand.
The House of Representatives Committee on Ethics and Privileges has commenced investigation into the alleged breach of privileges of the House by former chairman of the House Committee on Finance, Representative Abdulmumin Jibrin. The investigation followed a resolution by the House to probe the allegations of padding of the 2016 budget by some of its members. The committee has, however, adjourned its sitting to September the 26th, when Representative Jibrin is expected to appear before it.
This is the Committee of Ethics and Privileges.
It's an investigative hearing on the alleged breach of privileges of the House of Representatives. Making his opening remarks, the chairman of the committee said the hearing is open to the press.
I have conferred with my honorable colleagues, and they feel, because Nigerians have been going on and following up these matters, both the international community, and we have decided that we will allow Nigerians to witness our activities based on this sitting.
He then read out some of the allegations against Representative Abdulmumin Jibrin from the motion raised by Representative Emmanuel Okejev. Buttressing the allegations one after the other, Representative Okejev, who sponsored the motion, presented evidence of the reported statements where Representative Abdulmumin Jibrin had accused the House of corruption. He explained that the allegations made had cast aspersion on the image of the National Assembly.
In order to be seen to be doing our job, we must have the integrity to perform our functions. When you have a situation where Honorable Jibrin is saying oversights are riddled with corruption, public hearings are riddled with corruption, if you call people here, they will say, oh, these thieves have called us again. I mean, that is very, very serious. So we have to redeem our image before we can be in a position to do our job the way we should do it.
He went on to explain that he took the initiative to move the motion when other colleagues approached him regarding the same matter.
Having accused everybody, member of the House, we came back and people started approaching me that, look, I'm going to bring a matter of privilege on the House against Jibril. At least 4 or 5 members approached me. And I felt that, well, that would be too cumbersome and that would take away the time of the House in doing the serious business of the day. That's why I felt I should bring a motion that will encompass the collective breach of privileges of all the members.
The committee also questioned the lawmaker before it adjourned its sitting. The investigation is to resume on Monday, when Representative Jibril is expected to appear before the committee. The committee has promised to be fair and objective in its investigation and is expected to submit its findings to the House in 1 week. Lanre Lasese, Channels Television News.
Still ahead on the news at 10, crude prices tumble by 4% as oil producers prepare for another round of output deal meeting in Algeria. Well, that's in business news. Let's join us again.